Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, 1090 to 1153, Doctor of the Church, last Father of the early Church. Our story begins in the Chateau of Fontaine-le-Dijon in France. It is 1090. Here and at this time, one of history's greatest saints of our dear Church will be born to Tescelin Sorel, a noble from Burgundy, and his wife Aleth, also born of the nobility. The curtain of this drama opens on Bernard's mother Aleth, who is expecting her third son's birth. She awakens from a dream. It appears her unborn child's future greatness is about to be revealed before he sees the light of day. This night, when most likely she was wondering what would become of this child she was about to bring into the world, she had a dream. A child appeared to her as a small white dog with reddish-brown spots, and it was barking incessantly. Becoming alarmed by the dream, she turned to a pious religious and inquired the meaning of the dream. He shared. "The child who will be born of you will be the guardian of the house of God. He will be an excellent preacher, utterly unlike so many unfaithful dogs who cannot bark." The day Bernard was born, his mother raised him up to heaven and consecrated him to God. Although she was gentle and loving, she was also firm and resolute. She was attentive to all her children, giving of herself completely, but with this her third-born son, she knew in her heart she had been given a special gift from God, and she wanted to nurture him and prepare him for his role on earth. The results: Bernard grew up obedient, brave, hardworking, and surprisingly unspoiled, not unlike his other siblings. He was one of 7 children: Guy, Gerard, Humbeline and Nivard, who were all declared blessed, Andrew and Bartholomew. All were intelligent and had the finest education, but whereas his brothers engaged in arts of knighthood, possibly preparing for military careers or knighthood, Bernard entered Châtillon on the Seine, pursuing a career as a secular canon. Even then, he showed the spirit of a future contemplative, choosing to be alone. He excelled, rising above all the dreams and aspirations his parents had for him. He was an outstanding student. His parents moved into one of their homes near the school their children were attending so they could be nearby. Christmas Eve, and the child Jesus has a gift for Bernard. It was Christmas Eve, and Aleth was preparing for the birth of our dear baby Jesus. Bernard was waiting to go to church with his family and pray the Liturgy of the Hours when he fell asleep. He writes, he saw before him the entire scene of the Nativity with the newly born infant Jesus in the stable at Bethlehem. The babe was breathtakingly beautiful. An aura of luminous rays shone around him. It was so real. Bernard, the boy, pressed close to the baby Jesus and his mother Mary. He was deeply enchanted by the joy and glory of this moment, when his mother awakened him to go to church with his family. This dream made such an impression on him, he remembered it all his life, often using it in his sermons. Even when he reached the summit and pinnacle of his mystical experiences, he would share how the infant came to him on the eve of his birth. St. Francis de Sales once wrote of Bernard, "Although like a sacred bee, he afterwards received from all the divine mysteries the honey of 1,000 sweet and divine consolations, the feast of Christmas always brought him a special peace, and he spoke of his Master's nativity with unparalleled delight." Saint Bernard is forced to grow up. They were such a happy family. Then, at age 17, Bernard lost his beloved mother. Aleth prophesied her own death weeks before she died.